getting ready to pack up for my first outbound camping trip of the year. Definitely looking forward to getting out in the woods, and I wanted to give a quick shout out to Wyndham Woodcraft. Chris, you have been kind of my inspiration over the winter, watching all your videos to head out and get out there and see some nature. So happy Earth Day, everybody, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the gear that I'm bringing out. A lot of it based on advice that I've gotten for some good friends, and a lot of it based on some knowledge that I've got on my own.
Thought I'd start out with my tools. I've got my my trusty hatchet here. Now I've found that it's a bit heavy because of the full metal construction on it. So this time I'm actually going to leave this one behind, and I'm going to bring my machete because it still gives me the chopping power that I need, but it's a little bit better for batoning. And with the weather forecast, I'm going to need an awful lot of firewood. I've also got a handy little shovel here. Turns into a spike, and it also folds up into this tiny little bag. And just for fun, it's got a compass on the end. You never have too many of those. And I've got my knives. This is for most of the heavy-duty work that I need to do, but it's also it's got a striker pad on the back and a ferro rod that comes with it, so it can help me make fire. What I love about the case for this one is it's actually got a diamond sharpening stone right in it. Got my cook pots, obviously a little bit of cutlery, and my saw. Bringing along here, I've got the multi-tool. Almost never is that off my belt. And I got this little spyglass. I don't really know what the hell I'm going to use it for, but I thought it would be a little bit of fun to bring out. Onto the fire. So for making fire, I've got a couple of different lighters here for my Surefire methods, and it's going to be pretty wet out there. So I'm going to bring some cotton balls, some of them soaked in wax, just to be sure that I'm able to get fire. I've also got a tinder stick here filled with resin, great fire starter. I've got my trusty Swedish Fire ferro rod here. This has gotten me through many occasions. And just a quick shout out to my buddy Dan Trometer, dantrometer.com. He's got this awesome ferro rod that he made for me. This wood here, you can actually shave down and use it to start the fire. So over time, of course, it's going to get smaller and smaller, but it's going to help me start a lot of fires. And I'm going to use this for my first fire builds when I get out there. Moving on to the rest of the gear here, I've got a set of gloves here. I've got a set of leather gloves as well that go over these wool gloves. They'll be with me the whole time I'm out there. Got lots of cordage and my first aid kit. That's one thing, never, when you're going camping, leave without a first aid kit. It can be the difference between having a good camping trip and having something turn into a survival situation. Got my mosquito net. Don't think I'm going to really need it this time because of the kind of lack of bugs around this time of year, but I'm going to bring it just in case. Always got lots of carabiners, compass to find my way around. Now for water, I could boil water, but it takes a long time, and then you got to wait for it to cool down. So I've got my Sawyer mini system here. Just arrived from Amazon. Really looking forward to giving it a try. Got a plastic drop sheet here with a Mylar blanket inside to create my shelter. Got my bivy bag. And then I've got a small sleeping bag and a Thermarest hammock, which should be a whole lot of fun to sleep on. So here's my gear set. And at the request of my buddy Dan, I'm actually going to, when I get back, do a quick review to let him know what I used and how useful I found it.